videoing tonight. This is a private event.
It's not a private event.
It is a public event, but it is not
public property. It's a public event.
It's not something, the kinds of things that you're talking about.
This is an open meeting. Open meeting was a New York State allow me to take
No, it does not.
any public meeting.
No, this is not a public meeting of the state or the government. This is a private meeting by a government.
Debate.
It has nothing to do with the Democratic.
Let's take
We just
it. So it's on the
confirmed.
record.
We just.
So it's on the record. Please state your name.
My name is Catherine Peacock. I'm with the League of Women Voters, and we are not going to be allowing any taping of this event today.
Okay.
This is not
You
a
know that
public
open meeting
event.
laws allow me to take the event.
It is. This is not.
So you're violating my civil rights?
This is not. No, I am not violating your civil rights. No, I am not.
You tell me I can't take an event that's a public event on public property.
It is on public property, but it is not a public event. It is a private event.
I will show this to my lawyer, and I will get and your name was again?
Catherine Peacock, and
Catherine Peacock.
we just confirmed with our lawyer, so thank you. Thank you.
No problem. Your lawyer's lawyer.
Sorry.
You want to take some?
Sir, I'm sorry to do this, but we're not allowing any filming tonight.
Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
First of all, before you say that, what's your name?
David Roberts.
David Roberts. And you know that New York State Open Meeting Laws allow you to say anything in public event. You know that? Are you aware of that? So you're denying us my civil rights? You are. Just say it. Yes. You're denying my civil rights. What's your name? What's your name? Sir.
Good evening. Could I ask everyone to stand and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance
It's not a public event. It's a public event.
It's a private space.
It's not. It's not a paid space. It's a public event. It's a public building.
Sir, you always have to get security.
Get you. Then what are you gonna get? You're gonna be violating my security. What's your name?
We have a lawyer.
Good. I don't care what you got.
Thank you so much for coming out tonight.
Open meeting
My
law.
name is
It's not in
Damon
New York
Morales,
State.
and along with Debbie O'Kane, we are the co-chairs of the South Hilltown Democratic Club. We want to thank a couple people before we get started, particularly the South Hilltown Democratic Committee, Chairman Art Tillman, all the people who helped us make this event possible. I have one quick announcement before I turn it over to Debbie. We meet once a month. We do an event once a month, the Democratic Club, and our next meeting is on May 7th, Saturday morning, 9 a.m. at CJ's Restaurant in Mattatuck. Our guest speaker for the May event will be Diane Gordon. She's a retired political science professor and author of the recent book, Village of Immigrants, Latinos in an Emerging America. So, Dinny will be speaking about the challenges of integrating immigrants in Greenport and in small towns across America. So hopefully you'll be able to join us. There'll be information about that in the newspaper and on our website. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Debbie O'Kane.
Okay, again, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us this evening. We're really excited. This is really the night for Anna and Dave to shine. So we don't want to take up too much time because we have lots and lots of questions. We did ask the public, we had word out for several weeks, asking the public to submit questions. We got some wonderful questions. And actually, I'd like to introduce our moderator, Kathy Peacock, who is here from the League of Women Voters. And Kathy will be asking those questions. So unfortunately, we will not be able to entertain questions from the audience this evening because we already have an awful lot submitted already, and we're hoping to get through all of them. We also have two timers. I'd like to thank Abigail Field and Kevin Kritzberg for acting as timers this evening. Just a few other things. I'd like to remind you that next Tuesday, April 19th, we have our presidential primary. A lot of voters aren't getting the opportunity to get out and vote. We're aware of that. It's in the paper. A lot of it is going on. Let's exercise our rights as New Yorkers and as Americans to get out there and vote. So please don't forget about this coming Tuesday, a week from today. Also on June 28th, you'll have your opportunity to vote for our candidates here this evening. So that will be the primary for our Democratic congressional candidates. We're very fortunate to have two intelligent, capable, and very qualified candidates. So again, I am going to let our candidates introduce themselves. Our moderator will actually just go over a few housekeeping items to start, but there's lots of ground to cover this evening. We have questions that pertain to local issues, national issues, some international issues, and again, I'm sure you will be learning an awful lot. Please take the programs home. We have an insert in the program, and you'll be able to read about experience and all sorts of background information on our candidates. So take that home with you, and let's all make informed decisions. Okay? Thank you so much.
First, I just want to put in a plug for the League of Women Voters, just so you know. We are a political but nonpartisan national organization. We never endorse candidates or political parties. Our only and our primary mission is to educate the voter, to generate voter interest, to get people out. So that's why I'm very pleased to be here, because candidate forums is one way to do that. Just want to remind everybody that there is no filming of this event tonight. This is not an open forum. This is a private meeting of the Democratic Party. So now let's go on to the forum. Oh, well, also, would you remember to silence your cell phones? We want to hear from the candidates, not your calls. Okay, the debate's going to have the following format. Each candidate will make a 3-minute opening comment, or opening statement. Then I'm going to ask a series of excellent, thought-provoking questions that were sent in online and then put together by the Democratic Committee of Southold, who's sponsoring this debate. As she said, these questions are going to address a lot of key issues, both national and local. These are things that are important to you as voters in the Southold area. And also, I'll remind you, we are not taking any questions from the audience at this time, but I'll bet you'll be able to catch the candidates as they leave if we don't cover everything you're interested in. Each candidate will be given 3 minutes to respond to every question, and 1 minute to respond to their opponent's answer, or to add a little more to their initial response. Just a reminder, you don't have to use all the time allowed. In my experience, voters like candidates that are succinct and to the point. Gotcha. After all the prepared questions have been answered, each candidate will make a 2-minute closing remark. To enable us to get through as many questions as we can tonight, I'm going to ask you to hold your applause until after the closing comments. Then you can really let it rip. The order of speaking was determined by flipping a coin earlier. The winner was Dave, and he's decided that he'd like to go first. So.
Thank you. Thank you to David and Debbie and the Southold Democratic Club for having us here today. My name is Dave Pt1. When I was 26 years old, I took the oath of office as a federal prosecutor. I said, my name is Dave Pt1, and I'm here representing the people of the United States of America. It's something I did in courtrooms around the country, fighting against corporate fraud. It's something I did in working with foreign governments to fight international crime. And it's work I did as part of the war on terror in helping to prosecute al-Qaeda terrorists. Since that time, I've been a state prosecutor, I've been a business person, I've been involved in not-for-profits here in Suffolk County. I've been involved in government agencies. But my story does start here on the North Shore. My mom and dad met in Rocky Point. My mom worked at the Carvel on 25A, and my dad liked ice cream. And the rest is history. But growing up here on Long Island, I learned some important values. I learned the value of hard work. My mom was a public school teacher in the Shore and Wading River School District for almost 3 decades. My dad was an engineer. I learned the importance of our environment here on Long Island, how important that is. Whether we're boating in Peconic Bay or out on Long Island Sound or clamming in the harbors. And I learned the importance of the Democratic Party. I learned the values that we hold dear as Democrats. Hope, opportunity, fairness. When I was 18 years old, my grandfather took me to register to vote in Board of Elections in the Yak Bank. And I've been involved in the Democratic Party ever since, at the local level, the state level, and the regional level. And that's why I'm so angry about the work that's being done in Washington. Lee Zeldin and the Tea Party Republicans are putting our health care at risk, they're putting our environment at risk, they're putting our educational system at risk, they're putting our economic system at risk. I'm running for Congress because I believe that we need to do better. And with my background in job creation, environmental leadership, I'm looking forward to taking him on in November. Thank you.
Thank you, Dave. Anna?
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. Why are we here tonight? We're here tonight because we are going to win back the seat that Congressman Zeldin so wrongfully won 2 years ago. We're going to win that seat back in November. But in order to win that seat, we have to put forward a candidate that can beat him. And I'm the only candidate up here that has run and won in 4 elections, defeated Republicans, the last 3 elections with 60-40 margins, and stopped the Republican stronghold on the Southampton Town Board. We also need a candidate who's actually gotten the job done, put forward a progressive agenda the endorsements of like-minded, effective leaders like Senator Christian Gillibrand, like our former Congressman Tim Bishop, like Congressman Steve Israel, and several other local